Hi, today's presentation is about youth unemployment in Malaysia and the region. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurfati Atika binti Saiful. My matrix number is 11DAT20F1020. Together with me are my group members. Let them introduce themselves.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Nabila Alia binti Syalokman. I'm from class D83A. My matric number is 11D8020F1032. I will describe the 4th, 5th and 6th charts.
Hi, my name is Anis Najwa binti Sahrudin. My matrix number 11D8020F1029.
Let's take a look at the first chart. This chart represents that youth have higher unemployment rate than the total population. For y-axis, it represents unemployment rate, while x-axis, it represents country. As for the legend, the light blue one shows unemployment of youths that age from 15 years old until 24 years old, while the dark blue one shows unemployment of total population. The highest youth unemployment in a country is in Indonesia, which is more than 16%, then followed by Australia and New Zealand. As for Asian country, Indonesia is still the highest, then followed by Malaysia and Singapore. Malaysia youth unemployment rate is lower than total of world youth unemployment, but still among the highest in Asian country. With chart 2. This line graph shows that teenager has worse employment outcome than young adult. For y-axis, it represents unemployment rate by age group, while x-axis, it represents years. Before this, in chart 1, youth unemployment is for age from 15 years old until 24 years old. Since Malaysia youth unemployment is more toward teenagers, so the data is breaking down into narrower age band, which is from 15 years old until 19 years old. Based on the graph, teenagers that age from 15 years old until 19 years old have higher unemployment rate than young adult that age 20 years old until 24 years old. In 1982, the teens unemployment rate is slightly increased, same like young adult unemployment rate. In 1984, there's sharp increase in teens unemployment rate, while young adult unemployment rate is gradually increased. Teens unemployment rate reached their peak in 1988, while young adult unemployment rate reached their peak in 1990. In 1990, there is drastically decrease in young adult and teens unemployment rate until 1992. Teens unemployment rate remains stable from 2004 until 2006. All of these are make sense since at the age of 15 years old until 19 years old, they are still a secondary school student. Secondary educated job seeker have lower unemployment rate than tertiary educated job seeker. However, tertiary educated job seeker, especially degree holders, have been significantly increased in unemployment rate as shown in chart 3. Secondary education holder and below, together with STPM and certificate holder, have been decreased drastically from 2008 until 2018. For diploma and degree holder, there is slightly increase in unemployment rate.
This chart represents the unemployment rates in huge geographical and income component. For the vertical axis, which is y-axis, represents the rate of unemployment, while the horizontal axis, which is x-axis, represents the state in Malaysia. As for the legend, the light blue show unemployment rate of teenager, which is aged from 15 years old until 19 years old, while the dark blue show unemployment rate of young adult, which is aged from 20 years old until 24 years old. As you can see, the rate of unemployment among the teenager is higher than young adult. The highest rate of unemployment among the teenager is in Labuan, which is more than 30%. Then followed by young adult, which is Putrajaya, is the highest rate of unemployment among the state in Malaysia. For the vertical axis, which is y-axis, represent the rate of unemployment, while the horizontal axis, which is x-axis, represent the year from 2000 until 2018. As for the legend, the light blue one show unemployment rate in world, while the dark blue one show unemployment rate in Malaysia. As you can see, the rate of unemployment in Malaysia rise in the early year 2000 until early 2003, then followed by rate of unemployment in world, horizontal in the middle of year 2000 until end of 2003. In the end of 2006, the rates of unemployment in Malaysia start decrease until end of year 2009. However, the rate of unemployment in world start rise in the middle of year 2009 until 2018. This chart represents the youth inactivity is a broader issue than just youth unemployment. For the vertical axis, which is y-axis, represents the rate of unemployment, while the horizontal axis, which is y-axis, represents the country. As you guys can see, the highest rate of unemployment among youth in country is in Indonesia, which is more than 20% rate of unemployment. Then followed by unemployment rate in New Zealand and Malaysia at 12%. However, Japan got the lowest unemployment rate among the country, which is 3% rate of unemployment.
As you can see in the graph 7, average annual job is added for the skill is less than semi-skill. How this situation happened? It is because they add a new labor in the workplace. That's why the semi-skill is higher than skill. Next, chart 8 shows low skill position have the highest vacation rate. As you can see in the graph, there are 3 bars, which is skill with 2.4%, semi-skill with 2.1%, and low skill is the highest with 3.6%. How this situation happened? It is because they add a new labor and the employees haven't got experience yet. Last one, chart 9, shows that Malaysia is low compared to global and region peers. As you can see in the chart, Malaysia has lowest bar with 6% compared to other country. Indonesia with 70%, Thailand with 60%, Brunei with 8%, and the highest one is Switzerland with 35%, Australia with 32%, Chinese with 21%, South Korea with 70%, and the last one, Japanese, with 70%. To solve the problem, Malaysia need to improve quality and enrollment of the TVET for youth.